over the past couple of months. Baltimore residents cleaning up at this hour after riots devastated property last night, including more than 100 cars and several businesses. Police and the National Guard now in place right now, ensuring, at least trying to, that violence does not return to the city on the first night of a citywide curfew. President Obama commented on the riots in Baltimore earlier today. Here's what he said.
There's no excuse for the kind of violence that we saw yesterday. It is counterproductive. When individuals get crowbars and start prying open doors to loot, they're not protesting. They're not making a statement. They're stealing.
Joining me now is Robert Ehrlich. He's former governor of Maryland, along with Dr. J. Perman, president of the University of Maryland, which has been shuttered for the past 2 days. I first want to get to you, Governor. When you saw what was happening last night, this is your state. That's your city. What went through your mind?
First of all, the president's words are perfect, by the way, that little clip you had. This is my home. I grew up not so far from here. I'm a West Baltimore kid, right outside the city-county line. I had driven this route right by North Avenue with my 2 children, my 11-year-old and my 15-year-old, the day before. So this hits home. Obviously, I'm a former congressman, member of the state legislature, governor, know folks in the neighborhood, and it's bad. It hurts. It's embarrassing. Very negative.
Oh, very negative. And the breaking news, sir, at the top of the hour was that there will be the baseball game at Camden Yards tonight, but the public will not be allowed. I mean, and you look at these pictures that tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern tomorrow, but we're looking at pictures from last night. Do you have concern that this might again have a repeat situation overnight?
I have less concern today because we appear more prepared, more assets, more personnel. Subdivisions from all around the state, obviously, National Guard are in place. Everybody appears to be more prepared for tonight, including, by the way, a curfew, which I think really should have taken place last night as well.
Stand by, Governor. We want to bring in Dr. J. Perman. He, of course, of University of Maryland. Dr. Perman, when will the school open again?
Well, let me correct what you had in the way of information. We are not closed.
Okay.
We closed yesterday at about 3 p.m. We're a campus of the University System of Maryland. We house the professional schools here: medicine, pharmacy, nursing, dentistry, social work, and law. And we made a decision to close at 2 p.m. yesterday in anticipation of exactly what happened, these absolutely intolerable disruptions. But we were open for business as usual. First thing this morning, our students are here and learning. We are serving patients, and we are conducting our research. And unless conditions change, we will be open until we need to respect the curfew that Governor Ehrlich mentioned.
Dr. Perman, how are you keeping the students safe? What kind of security have you called in? What is the situation there?
Well, we have an excellent university police force. It's buttressed by the National Guard, which is deployed around our campus and throughout the areas of concern. State troopers are here. The Baltimore City Police are doing a great job. So we feel very safe and secure on campus, and we monitor for any change in conditions.
Good work being done there. Governor Ehrlich, this all started in the wake of something that happened in early April, where a man named Freddie Gray was taken into police custody after running from police, and then he later died. Had you been governor, what would you have done right off the bat to make sure that tensions like this wouldn't arise? I mean, it's weeks later. Of course, the funeral was just yesterday. It was certainly a spark, but nonetheless, couldn't this have been avoided in some way?
Well, Liz, quite frankly, until yesterday, it's been peaceful. And I know Governor Hogan had all the assets in place and was prepared. He was waiting for the call from the mayor. Obviously, you have to ask the two of them as far as what correspondence, what communication occurred during yesterday, late morning, afternoon, early afternoon. That appears to be the relevant time. But assets were in place, but the police were surprised, quite frankly, outnumbered. And I think it got out of control very fast. Also, gangs played a part here, and that's not been widely reported. The gangs got very involved. It's a gang city, and that was a big problem.
It's amazing to hear you say it's a gang city. You know, there used to be Fortune 500 companies that were in Baltimore proper. They've all left. It's almost a tragedy that one of America's great cities is no longer great in at least that aspect of it.
Well, we can be great again. Listen, there's gangs everywhere. It's not just in Baltimore, but Baltimore over time has given rise to smaller gangs, a lot of smaller gangs, not subject to any sort of central control. And I've asked police personnel in the past, including my state superintendent, why Baltimore has done relatively worse over the years, and that was his answer, by the way. A lot of smaller gangs, not subject to central control, very violent. And when they see something like this, obviously, they take advantage. Now we have national gangs here as well, but gangs, as you know, are not specific to Baltimore City. They're everywhere.
Of course. Governor, thank you very much. Governor Robert Ehrlich, former governor of Maryland. And Dr. Perman, thank you for joining us. Good luck to you and the campus. Well, keep us posted, please.
Thank you very much.
Anytime. President of the University of Maryland, you heard him say that they have top-notch security there. Kids are okay, and until they're told not to, they will keep the doors open of University of Maryland.